Hello, Joe Fitzgerald is my name. I'm from the Ogonnelloe border up in the hills of Clare, and I'm back from Australia on a holiday after about, I think it was 13 years since I was here before. So I'm enjoying this trip, and I'm in here at Custy shop, and we're going to play a few tunes. And I think a few reels, maybe probably the Stone of Destiny and the trip to Collinstown, I think it is.
Unbelievable stuff. God, that's powerful. There's a mix of East Clare Mountains and the Antipodes about that style. Joe, I'm thrilled to have you here because about 15 years ago I heard you were out around East Clare back from Australia, and I said I have to find that man and record him. And just out of the blue you come in this morning on the 16th of June 2015. You're welcome.
Thanks, John. Thank you very much.
Will you tell me about yourself? How did you ever pick up accordion in East Clare? Or who was there to sow the seed?
Well, there was an old melodeon in the house, and it was my mother that actually got it from her cousin in Galway, I think, from Anthony Murray down in Ballykill. And that old melodeon was in the house in Corrigan, the little townland we come from. And I suppose she played a few little tunes on it, and when we heard her playing the few little tunes, well, it encouraged us to take up the music, and that's how we started, really.
So you had no tuition, you just picked it up yourself and your brother?
Well, we kind of had to, because we didn't even, in our early days, we didn't even have a radio in the house, not alone a TV. So we had to go by the tunes that we got from the local people and the local musicians, you know.
And who would they have been now in that locality?
There was the Tobins. John Tobin was there. He was a good flute player. The Bradys of Carl Hurley, they played music, and their mother, Mrs. Brady, she was a concertina player, and there was quite a few concertina players around the place. The older generation, they played concertinas.
Sure.
In the hills, and And that's the way we picked it up. There was the McNamara's in Inchilahog, they played music as well, and Jay Boland down in Raheen Hill, he was another musician, John Noonan, Tom Grenny, so there was a few around, you know.
Good. But any accordion players around?
Well, Jay Boland was accordion player, Willie Brady the same, Willie's still there and Jay's still there,
Right.
fair play to them. And there was a few around, but not a lot, you know, not a lot more.
And before you went to Australia, would you have been playing in any kind of organised sessions or bands or anything, or house parties or?
Oh yeah, we formed a band called the Bodike Kelly Band, and we actually competed at the Tulla Fla Ceol in '57 with our little band. We had the cheek to compete against the Tulla and the Kid for the whole.
And how did you come in that? How did you
Oh,
come?
I'm not really sure. 4th or 5th or something.
Jesus, great. And
We'll
who was
say
in that
that
band?
anyway.
Who was in that band with you?
Oh, we had a few throw-ins. We were lucky enough to round up Seamus Connolly, and we rounded up. I think Paddy Maloney from the Chieftains was there. We rounded him up as well, and Michael Tubridy, I think.
Oh my God, yeah, you
Yeah,
had a good mercenary band then.
They were around. They didn't have the Chieftains or anything going at the
I know.
time. They were just touring Clare at the time. They were going around with the what was it they were going around with? They were going around about to flas and music
Sure.
sessions, you know, whatever
Alright.
they were.
God, there was a, so 57 in Tulla. My God.
57 in Tulla, John.
And when did you head down south
yeah.
to Australia?
64.
64.
1964 on the 10th of May 1964 we headed off.
And who went with you?
The father and mother and the brothers and sisters went at that time.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
They went. There was 2 older brothers there in '59. They went out in '59, Paddy and Tom.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're a legend down there. I mean, anyone that comes from Australia talks about Joe and the brother.
Well,
You know.
we played a bit of music. I don't know about being a legend, but we played a bit of music down there over the years, and the people love the music down there. Some of the Australian people are great musicians themselves, you know, and it's good to see, really.
It's great. And it's great that Australians with no connection with Ireland. Like there's an Ado Barker. Do you know Ado, a fiddle player?
I do indeed. He's a brilliant fiddle player.
Right.
Brilliant fiddle player, and he's one of many actually. There's a good few of them around, and a lot of them lads are from Canberra.
Oh, sure. The
And
capital. Yeah.
it's a credit to them, you know,
Yeah.
how they're so good at the Irish music, but they seem to like it.
Well, I suppose they have people like you, a luminary down there.
Well, I suppose that's it. We brought a bit of music with us when we landed there, and
Yeah.
now my brother Paddy, he had a few bands going there. He had, and his family played music, so
Sure.
everybody visited and
Okay.
kind of got in on the music. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Look, I met you last night out in Tulla.
Yes.
Mary McNamara had a kind of a pre-fla
Yes.
exposal of her music. What did you think of that?
I thought it was the most fantastic display of music that I've ever seen in my life. I've never witnessed anything like it before. She's